There are some secrets that even the best liars can't keep. Pretty Little Liars has always presented plenty of on-screen drama, but in real life, there have been some crazy moments surrounding the show that might even make Uber A seem tame. Here's a look back at the essential history of Pretty Little Liars. Teen soap. Most fans probably know that Pretty Little Liars is based on the Sarah Shepard book series of the same name, but there's more to its history than that. Alloy Entertainment, a book packaging and television production subset of Warner Brothers Television, came up with the idea to create a series that would serve as a sort of teen Desperate Housewives / murder mystery with a soap series. Alloy then chose Shepard, who was a ghostwriter at the time, to pen the novels with the hopes that the story would become must-see TV. She's since released over a dozen installments to the series, and the resulting show was a complete success, arriving as ABC Family's highest-rated debut and ending as its longest-running show 7 years later, by which point the network was known as Freeform. Calling a cast. It may be hard to imagine anyone else playing the Liars now, but the halls of Rosewood High School almost looked very different. For starters, Ashley Tisdale was originally asked to be one of the leading ladies, but turned down the part to focus on the now-canceled show Hellcats. There's also a rumor that reality star Kylie Jenner was once in consideration for a role, which might have brought some of that Kardashian craziness to the show. And several of the series stars even auditioned for very different roles than what they got. Sasha Peterza, Lucy Hale, and Bianca Lawson originally tried out for the part of Hannah, while Shay Mitchell, Tammin Sursok, and Janelle Parrish initially auditioned for the part of Spencer. Meanwhile, Keegan Allen came out for the much smaller part of Ren Kingston. Brendan Robinson first read for the role of Arya's little brother Mike, and Brant Doherty initially read for the roles of Ezra and Toby. And those auditions made for fascinating stories as well. Ashley Benson reportedly came into her audition in tears because her show Eastwick had just been canceled. Shay Mitchell wasn't the producer's first choice for her role, but ended up besting her competition in the screen testing room. Lucy Hale didn't even have to audition, thanks to her work on Privileged. And Troian Bellisario was sent away for not dressing the part, but came back with enough pizzazz to win the role. Last but not least, Sasha Peterza almost lost the gig because she was only 12 years old at the time of her tryout, but when she outperformed her elder peers, that was that.
We didn't know you were 12. I didn't say anything. You didn't ask.
Friends first. Before they were besties on screen, Benson and Hale became pals through MySpace. Hale tweeted that they've known each other since they were 15 after they creepily met on MySpace, to which Benson replied, "What were we thinking?" But Benson did more than just bring an icebreaker friendship to the set. She also had a hand in picking the show's now signature theme song. Benson first suggested the Pierce's pitch-perfect tune Secret for the show's intro by playing it for her co-stars. They then agreed it was the right melody for the mood of the series and took it to creator I. Marlene King, who also loved it. King later told The Hollywood Reporter, "People think that song was written for our show. It's so perfect." Easter eggs. What's in a name? A lot. In fact, the name Ali De Laurentiis is significant in not one, but two ways. Author Sarah Shepard's sister is named Allison. Meanwhile, the character's last name is an anagram for Liars United, which makes sense since she's the one who brings all the girls together. Speaking of Shepard, the author appeared in the show's first season as a substitute teacher for Mr. Fitz's class, and she showed up again in season 5 as a news reporter covering Ali's trial.
Oh, it's rattled a lot of people.
And that's not all. Fans of Gilmore Girls might also get a major case of déjà vu while watching Pretty Little Liars because several of the buildings in Rosewood and Stars Hollow were used by both shows on the Warner Brothers studio lot. Major controversies. The Liars may be great at burying their dirt on screen, but in real life, they've been a little less discreet. For starters, actor Brandon Jones was arrested in March 2016 for alleged assault with a deadly weapon, and Parker Bagley pled guilty to stealing $7,000 worth of jewelry and electronics from the home of an acquaintance in 2013. But other cast nephews have been a little less intentional, like when Benson drew ire from the Instagram crowd after she posted a sponsored picture of herself wearing a lion costume, dubbing it a Cecil the Lion look, insensitively referring to the news story about an American who killed a beloved lion. And the show itself has been the source of some bad blood. There's been much debate over concerns about the age gap and teacher-student impropriety of Arya and Mr. Fitz's relationship. Controversy also brewed over some allegedly extreme photoshopping in a cast magazine spread. And perhaps the biggest flub occurred when the show introduced its first transgender character as the sociopathic stalker who's been tormenting the girls. That trope was controversial enough on its own, but then the show's official Twitter page shared a seemingly transphobic tweet by capturing a picture, he, she, it, Charlotte. Yikes. Off-screen woes. Although Spencer often seemed like the most well-adjusted member of the Liars, her real-life counterpart was suffering. In a gripping Lenny letter, Troian Bellisario revealed that she suffered from crippling mental health woes, including a difficult battle with an eating disorder. And while Emily's journey towards self-acceptance over her sexuality was one of the more compelling subplots of the series, life seems to be imitating art for Shay Mitchell. As a result of that narrative arc, the actress has had to field more than her fair share of questions about her own preferences. In June 2016, she fought back against the inquiries by refusing to be beholden to traditional labels, telling Cosmopolitan, "I'm never going to label myself. I could be 50 and dating a woman, and then what? I said I was straight and now I'm not?" Of all the ladies, Lucy Hale seemed to be subject to the most scrutiny in the gossip arena. She was often cited as the odd woman out amongst the actresses. Though Hale and her co-stars have seized opportunities to disprove the rumors that they're feuding, she admitted their dynamics weren't always perfect.
You know, we all sort of have our different friendships, and we keep in touch in different ways.
Regardless, the ladies' connections were forever solidified when the actresses all got matching tattoos on their fingers. Last hurrah! The final days of any show are difficult, especially when some cast members wrap before the others. But for Pretty Little Liars, the team came back together one last time for a collective farewell among the cast, crew, and creatives. As King wrote in The Hollywood Reporter, "One by one, we said goodbye to our cast as they were series wrapped. But then something amazing happened. They came back. I'll never forget the cadence of our first AD announcing, 'Ladies and gentlemen, that's a series wrap on Lucy Hale, Ashley Benson, Shay Mitchell, Sasha Pieterse, Troian Bellisario, and Pretty Little Liars.'"
For some reason, this feels like it's the end of something.
Thanks for watching. Click the Nicki Swift icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.